Hi there. Thank you for joining us this morning here on the Weather Network. It is Thursday. It is the 6th of February, and we have a lot of snow on the ground, and it's really cold. The city of Toronto has issued an extreme cold weather alert, so it's still winter.
Winter continues. Yeah, what a miserable day yesterday for a lot of people. A lot of people with sore muscles, I'm sure.
My sides are sore.
Yeah. It's. I know there's nowhere to put the snow. That's the problem. It's piled up so high you can't see, so you have to be careful. It's a little slick out there in spots this morning in some of the ramps, so be careful.
And it's cold. We're looking at minus 18 through Newmarket. We're looking at minus 17.
May see a little bit of flurry activity later on, just some lake enhancement or lake effect.
Keep in mind, it is going to feel more like the minus teens when you factor in the wind. So the sun, might take the little chill, but not much. Yesterday was a nightmare on the roads, especially through the Toronto area, that 401 corridor where we saw whiteout conditions. Again, that Napanee kind of Coburg area hit hard. This was in Cambridge, and you can see tractor trailers. I know they need to get to where they need to go, but sometimes they just try and go too fast. And in these conditions, you just can't do it. You have to drive slow. And emergency crews were at it again, busy at about 14. But I think that was right at the observation core. Anywhere around it, a little bit more than that. We'll talk more about what to expect now that the storm is over. But first, here's Tom with traffic.
Long range.
Well, Tom was right. It's our wind. That's what's coming up after our next system. So we're going to see fairly gusty conditions throughout the day tomorrow. So again, whiteouts, blowing snow on that 401 corridor could be an issue. By Saturday, we're looking at minus 8, feeling like minus 13. Sunday, we're going to get clipped by a system that's going to be moving through Atlantic Canada, and that could give us a few more centimeters to shovel away.
This weather segment.
Thanks for staying with us here at the Weather Network. Tom just ran over here and said, I've got cars flying all over the road everywhere.
Well, they're flying off the road everywhere. That's the problem. Again, a lot of cars in ditches, 403, slippery in sections. We've got some out towards the Winston Churchill 401 area, coming in on the QE. At 7th, cars gone into the ditches. So slow it down.
I don't understand.
Well, you know the problem is, the main part of the highway is not bad. They get to a ramp.
Yeah.
Suddenly the ramp's got snow all over it, and away they go.
But I don't know why that's new to people.
Well, they think it's okay until they get on it. Holy moly, and away they go.
I don't understand. Like, it's February. Like, it's not like it's our first snowfall in November or something. Like, it's February.
You suddenly know you've made a mistake when you're upside down in a ditch.
Yeah, I guess so. Take your time this morning, please. We're looking at cold temperatures. Tomorrow's actually going to be our coldest day of the week.
Well,
it's winter.
I know, but people are starting to get a little bit tired. I'm starting to get frozen fruit thrown at me and stuff like that. Used to be tomatoes, but now they're frozen like balls. People are throwing
really?
things.
No one's throwing anything.
People are starting to throw things. No.
No.
Well, I'll tell them what your car looks like then.
All right. Well, yesterday through Downsview, 28 centimeters, and yes, Tom, you were right. That streamer went right over my house in Oakville, and I have got more snow than any of my neighbors. Temperatures continuing to be cold. Friday is going to be the coldest day of the week, feeling more like minus 19 with the wind. The wind is going to be fairly strong, so we could see blowing and drifting snow again, and that's going to cause some whiteout conditions. Our next accumulating snow is going to be on Sunday, where it's going to be enough to have to brush off our cars. Ice versus trees. Coming up, it's not difficult to see who the winner is in the Battle of New England. Whether it was roads that hadn't been plowed and salted or blowing snow that turned everything a uniform shade of white, just about all of us had our white knuckle moments yesterday. It was all thanks to that Texas low. The storm hit the U.S. from Kansas to Maine with a wallop, but Pennsylvania is claiming one of the bigger hits. Freezing rain and driving, it was treacherous. This fatal accident shut down part of the Pennsylvania Turnpike late Tuesday and into Wednesday. When it reopened, speed limits had been reduced and empty trucks were banned. We'll talk about our long-range forecast coming up in just a few moments. Right now, I'm going to turn things over to Tom Reynolds. He has an update on your morning commute.
I do indeed.
Well, it's going to be cold this morning, but at least we'll see a little bit of sunshine, right? There's always that silver lining. We're looking at minus 14 for the city of Toronto, minus 15 through Orangeville, minus 17 through Barrie, minus 16 through Newmarket. If you travel a little bit further south or a little bit further to the east, we still temperatures, and keep in mind with the wind, it's making it feel colder when you factor that in. We're looking at minus 16 through Kingston, and we're looking at minus 13 in Windsor.
Brought to you in part by
Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Thursday. It's like a mini Friday, right?
It is.
Mini Friday.
Mini Friday.
20 plus centimeters of snow on the
A
ground.
lot of snow, record-setting snow, in fact.
Extreme cold weather alert for the city
Very
of
cold,
Toronto.
minus 20 when I left the house.
I can't wait for the weekend.
Why, where are you going?
This is the weekend.
Oh, okay.
It's a break from shoveling snow
Oh,
and
I see.
Just
Just
driving
sort
on
of-
the highway in snow.
Yeah, I know, but if it snows in the weekend, you still have to shovel snow.
And it is going to snow on the weekend.
Well, you see, you'll have to shovel snow.
No, I don't have to shovel.
Ryan
that.
has to shovel snow.
Yeah. Let's get
You
things
should get
straight.
Roxy.
Tom.
Get Roxy going.
Yeah, my 20-pound dog that won't even go out for a pee in the snow? Sure.
Maybe not. Okay.
Temperatures are cold this morning. We're looking at minus 14 for the city. It is minus 17 in Kitchener. Snowfall totals, what's so funny?
The reason I talk like that?
Yeah?
Because I watched Liar Liar the other day, the movie.
Oh, yes, with Jim Carrey,
Oh,
where he can't
that's
lie.
the funniest. Oh yeah, that's the funniest movie I think I've ever seen.
That would be funny if it happened to you.
Oh my! Oh, if I couldn't lie.
Yeah.
I don't even mean. How about you?
Oh, well, I'm apparently a very good liar, according to my husband. Those are very impressive. 21 centimeters for Vaughan, 21 centimeters for Brampton. We're actually record breaking. Our old record was about 3 years ago, and we hit 11.6 centimeters for the city of Toronto on February 5th. And yesterday, as you can see, 14 centimeters was recorded at Pearson. Burlington, 25 centimeters. Parts of Oakville also saw close to 25 centimeters. It was messy, and I understand, Tom, it is still quite slick this morning on the roads. Well, the winds are going to be an issue tomorrow, and it's going to be cold. Tomorrow's our coldest day of the week. We're actually going to be seeing a daytime high feeling closer to minus 19. The winds will pick up, so blowing, drifting snow in open areas certainly going to be a problem. Sunday, well, Saturday overnight and into Sunday, that's our next best chance of accumulating snow. Trace light dusting. It's cold, and we have a lot of snow on the ground. The city of Toronto is still under an extreme cold weather alert, so make sure you bundle up today, because it's not only going to be the temperatures that are really cold, but the winds making it feel a lot colder. Right, if we're talking about snow, let's talk about yesterday. Rare 20 centimeter snowfalls through Toronto Pearson. February 8th, 2013, so very similar time last year, we received 22.4 centimeters. So the fact that Pearson picked up 14 centimeters yesterday, I mean, it's not record, it was record breaking, but it's not incredibly epic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. February 6th, 2008, Pearson picked up 30 centimeters of snow, and February 8th, 2001, 27.2 centimeters of snow. I know we only received 14 centimeters at Pearson yesterday, but I think it makes a really big difference from previous years, because we have already seen so much snow. We already have such a large snowpack on the ground that we're really starting to see snowbanks kind of pile up 5-6 feet. I mean, it's getting pretty intense. So we broke the daily record yesterday. We saw 14 centimeters. The old record was 11.6. It's currently the largest snowfall we've seen in 2014. And so far this winter, we have picked up 87.9 centimeters of snow. That's why our snowbanks are up to here. Yeah, that's exactly why. Well, I asked for your pictures yesterday, and thank you everybody who sent them in. The snow is still coming down in Pickering, and you can see huge drifts. That's their backyard table, and you can see incredible amounts of snow through some areas. This is in through Guelph, 11 hours. Yeah, it lasted for a very long time. And not only when it finished, it was blowing and drifting, causing whiteout conditions on many roadways. Another picture from Guelph, Megatech sent this in to us, and you can see a very, very poor visibility. Now, Kevin Yard. He is our man. He is traveling today, and he is going to be in Sudbury tomorrow, the beautiful town. Every Friday we do a segment. It's called Where's Kevin Yard? And he goes to different winter destinations, and tomorrow he's going to be in Sudbury, so make sure you tune in. And if you've got any ideas of what Kevin should do in Sudbury, if you have visited the area, send me a tweet. I'd love to hear from you at Emily TWN. Here's Tom now with an update on traffic. Whether it was roads that hadn't been plowed and salted or blowing snow that turned everything a uniform shade of white, just about all of us had our white knuckle moments yesterday. It was all thanks to that Texas low. The storm hit the U.S. from Kansas to Maine with a wallop, but Pennsylvania is claiming one of the bigger hits. Now, the storm is still going to be affecting Ontario with all that snow on the ground. It's going to be blowing and drifting, causing whiteout conditions on many of the roads. We still have very slippery conditions underfoot, so not only on the city streets, but if you're walking around today and you go through areas that haven't been plowed or treated, just be very, very careful. Now, Tom's got details on what's happening in our commute. And Tom, are we seeing any major delays right now?
Best.
Winds are certainly going to be an issue for the next couple of days. For one, it's going to be very cold tomorrow. Our wind chill making us feel like minus 19. Gusting, and it's just going to cause the snow, this fresh 20 centimeters that we saw in Toronto, blow around and cause poor visibility on the roads. Our next accumulating snow is going to be Saturday overnight into Sunday. We won't see much. We're looking at a trace to a few centimeters, but still enough to make the roads. Hi there, good morning. It's Thursday. It's the 6th of February. Put your hands up if you're still loving winter.
Not a chance. It's not going up.
He's really not letting me.
Nope, it's stuck.
But Tom, you work in the industry where we have to love these types of conditions.
No,
this
we
is our
don't.
bread and butter here.
Nope, don't have to love it. You see, my hands are frozen right there. They won't.
Sure they are.
They're frozen. Well, no, I don't love winter. We can report on it and all the traffic associated, but I don't have to love it.
You don't.
I liked it. I loved it for the first 15 years of my life. After that,
What happened to the
forget
next?
it. Well, the next 40-odd years or whatever it is, 40, 50, whatever. It's been a long time. My addition's wrong.
It's 40 plus.
I know. Okay, so anyway, I sort of lost, and I'm finding more people
lost
the
the
same
loving
way.
feeling?
I lost that. Once I stopped building snow forts.
That was it?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just at the beginning of building snow forts, and my poor little daughter, Brooklyn, I took her out yesterday for about 11 minutes. I'm not kidding, 11 minutes. And she stood there in her snowsuit like the Michelin Man going, Mommy, no, Mommy, no, Mommy, no. Honestly.
Well, like mother, like daughter.
Well.
And, snow fort's dangerous. A young man up in Orange Hills, a
know.
recovering 9-year-old, snow fort collapsed, so you have to be really cautious. And these snow piles are just so...
They're huge.
Well, they want to play, so you got to be watchful.
All right, well, temperatures are cold this morning. We're at...
Head out this afternoon, but the good news is the sun is there. The bad news is we've got winds on the way.
Yeah, the winds are not going to be good for today and even into tomorrow. Blowing and drifting snow certainly being an issue for motorists. Whiteout conditions, especially along that open stretch, that 401 corridor through the Belleville kind of Coburg area. We were talking about it this morning. It's year after year, crash after crash.
Well,
and like 40, 50 car pileups.
And when you get the fetch going across Lake Ontario with the winds, they just dump snow on there and gets very icy. It's treacherous out there.
Well, road crews have been incredibly busy. We have to thank everybody who is out plowing our city streets. That works incredibly hard just for us so we can get to where we need to go. Speaking of which, here's Tom with traffic.
I've been working along now.
Hi there, good morning. It's Thursday. It is the 6th of February. My eyes are actually watering from that yawn.
Emily was just yawning, and we were just trying to this off air. Is everybody tired?
Yeah.
My wife was just exhausted last night. I was tired. It's the cold. It just sucks the energy right out of you.
And what does it make you look like?
Well, you dry out like a raisin.
That's funny
Yeah,
to me.
you need a 40-gallon drum of moisturizing cream just to stay moist because it's just so dry.
It's true, and it's the shoveling. It is the shoveling that's making me so tired.
And your face hurts.
Yeah.
You know?
Why do we live in a place where the cold air hurts our face?
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Nadine is joining us in the city of Toronto. And Nadine, it is cold this morning. Extreme cold weather alert for the city. How are you faring?
Lovely face. It doesn't hurt at all.
Thanks, Nadine. Well, we'll get to your long-range details. We'll talk about the wind and how that's going to be an issue for the next couple of days. But first, here's Tom with traffic. The winds are going to pick up throughout the day tomorrow, and that's going to cause some blowing and drifting snow. And it's also going to be an issue for this afternoon, so keep that in mind if you're traveling out in open areas. Our next best chance for a little bit of accumulating snow is going to be Saturday overnight into Sunday. It's not going to be epic amounts. We're just looking at a trace to a few centimeters, but it's going to be happening throughout the GTA. Whether it was roads that hadn't been plowed and salted or blowing snow that turned everything a uniform shade of white, just about all of us had our white knuckle moments yesterday. It was all thanks to that Texas low. The storm hit the U.S. from Kansas to Maine with a wallop, but Pennsylvania is claiming one of the bigger hits this morning. All right, we're going to check in with Nadine. She's filling in for Kevin today. And Nadine, you were out on the street in Toronto. How are the conditions feeling? We're under an extreme cold weather alert, and you're probably feeling it worse than many, I'm sure. Whether it was roads that hadn't been plowed and salted or blowing snow that turned everything a uniform shade of white. We're going to join Nadine. She is in downtown Toronto, braving the elements this morning. The city is under an extreme cold weather alert. Nadine, how is it feeling with the wind chill? So I don't want to make you too jealous.
Okay.
But I was just looking at the forecast for Antigua.
Where are you going?
Antigua.
Are you? I hadn't heard that before. Anyway, what is the forecast?
It's 27 degrees right now.
Right now?
Right now. It's 27 degrees.
But
sunny today.
there is a hurricane forming. And
Don't
just
say that. Do you want to stand over there? Do you want to stand over there for the rest of the morning?
I'm just kidding. No hurricane. Forget it.
Okay, it is cold today in Toronto. Poor Nadine, she's been braving the elements all morning long in downtown Toronto. And Nadine, I know it's been cold for you, but you know what? You are handling it like a trooper. And did you see that sign to Nadine's right, the falling ice sign? Yeah, be careful if you're a pedestrian. Keep your eye on the sky, if you know what I mean. All right, temperatures are cold. Are they going to stay this way? Well, I'll have those details coming up in your long range, but first I'm going to turn things over to Tom for traffic. Well, it looks kind of windy and cold. Tomorrow is our coldest day of the week. We're going to be at -10, but feeling more like -19 when you factor in that wind. Now, -8 for Saturday, and then our next chance for accumulating snow is going to show up Saturday overnight and into Sunday. It's not going to be heavy accumulations, but we're looking at a trace to a few centimeters, so it's going to be enough that you'll have to brush your car off and enough to make the roads slippery. So, do you think it's pretty and elegant yet?
Pretty and elegant?
The snow.
Oh, it's lovely.
You love it.
It's very nice.
Tom doesn't love it.
I'm getting a kink because the drifts are about this high as I'm blowing the snow up on top of snow.
You know what, though? I saw an interesting article talking about the snowfall in Toronto compared to other areas across the country. And we think our snowdrifts are bad when they're, here. I mean, across the prairie provinces, they're like 15 feet. And through parts of the mountains in BC, they're like 16 feet. Even down east, even through northern Ontario, way more snow than what we have.
I'm not concerned about their snowdrifts. I'm worried about our snowdrifts right here.
Well, I'm concerned about the colds. That's one thing that I'm not a fan of. And Nadine is joining us in downtown Toronto. And Nadine, you've reached a new level. You've put your hood up. Thanks so much, Nadine. Snowfall totals have been impressive. I mean, those snowbanks that Nadine was just talking about in downtown Toronto, 20 centimeters worse. In through Burlington, 25 centimeters. Downsview, one of the big winners at 28 centimeters. So, Tom, you thought you had it bad in Georgetown. It could have been much worse for you, even in the GTA.
Well,
yeah, wind gusts are certainly going to be an issue tomorrow, and tomorrow is our coldest day of the week. It's actually going to feel like the -19, -20 range throughout the GTA. Winds, they're going to be gusting, and we're going to see blowing and drifting snow, especially on those open corridors. And the next chance for some accumulating snow, Saturday overnight into Sunday. All right, we're going to join Nadine Hins-Powell. She is downtown Toronto trying her best to stay warm. And Nadine, all morning long you've been brave, but now you've put the hood up. It's time for business. All right, we're going to join Nadine Hins-Powell. She is downtown Toronto trying her best to stay warm. And Nadine, all morning long you've been brave, but now you've put the hood up. It's time for business.
We do.
It's no wonder that ON storm is trending again on Twitter. Some people are happy about it. How can people not like this? The falling snow is so beautiful and elegant. Pictures like this. Jeff sent in this picture, -23 on his odometer. Cold. Oh boy, another chance to use my snowblower. Please tell me spring is around the corner. I wish I could. If I had a magic wand, let me tell you. Bit the bullet and got snow tires. What a difference. I can only imagine. Cold temperatures continue throughout Ontario. Hi there. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. We've been busy. We've had quite a bit of snow through Toronto. We've got
quite a
cold
bit.
temperatures.
Huge.
It's not that bad.
It is.
It could be so much worse.
No, it couldn't.
It really could be.
No.
It could be. You could be staying in a hotel in Sochi.
Yeah, this Sochi thing.
That would be worse.
This Sochi thing's turned into a bit of a mess.
I saw somebody's tweet saying, I'm hoarding light bulbs. I'll trade you a light bulb for a doorknob.
Apparently, shower curtains are at a premium too.
Oh, boy.
Apparently.
We can make some money, Tom. We can send some stuff over
and
there.
hydro. Hydro's an issue.
Yeah, well, we've got Nadine joining us downtown, so I guess we always put a different perspective on things, right? And you have been brave. You've been braving these conditions all morning long. But just think, Nadine, you get to come inside into a warm studio in just a few hours. All right, thanks so much, Nadine. Yeah, a couple of hours. I was kind of stretching it a little bit. We are going to be seeing cold temperatures for the long range. How cold are we going to get? Well, I'm going to have those details coming up in just a moment. But first, Tom, what's going on the roads right now?
Look.
It looks cold. I know, that's what you wanted to hear, isn't it? We've got temperatures around -10 tomorrow, but feeling more like -19 when you factor in the wind. It's going to stay quite chilly over the weekend. We've got our next shot of accumulating snow. We're not talking incredible amounts. It's going to be a trace to a few centimeters Saturday, overnight to Sunday. It's going to be enough that you're going to have to brush off your car Sunday morning. All right, we're going to join Nadine Hins-Powell. She is downtown Toronto trying her best to stay warm. And Nadine, all morning long you've been brave, but now you've put the hood up. It's time for business. Good morning. It's Thursday. It is the 6th of February. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. We've been talking about our cold temperatures and we've been talking about our snow. Still very slippery, not only underfoot, but on the roads today. So just give yourself lots of extra travel time. On the highways, on the ramps, on the side streets, a lot of areas still snow covered. We have to thank our road crews. And a lot of plows have been working long hours. So really appreciate the work that they've done for us and just take your time. Don't end up like this guy, jackknifed on the 401 near Cambridge yesterday. It was a mess for many commuters. Snowfall totals, yeah, they were impressive, record-breaking in fact. Through Pearson, we picked up 14 centimeters. The old record for that day was 11.6. Vaughan picked up 21 centimeters. Downsview, one of the big winners, at 28 through the Niagara Escarpment, 29 centimeters. Burlington not far behind with 25 centimeters. It was not only a story for us, but down in the States, flights were canceled, delayed. Not so much to tropical destinations, of course, but to travel destinations for business like Chicago and Boston, even towards the east. Misery loves company, right? Well, Nova Scotia got hit really hard with this system. Yarmouth picked up 25 centimeters. Now, incredibly cold, but still very, very chilly conditions. And through Toronto and Hamilton, tomorrow it's going to feel closer to -21. Coldest day of the week. The good news, sunshine? I know, I'm trying really hard to find a silver lining here. Saturday overnight into Sunday, that's our next best chance of seeing some accumulating snow. It's really just going to be a dusting to a few centimeters, but you'll have to brush off your car.
This weather's
Where to put it all? The snow. That's what we're talking about. After 20 centimeters in the city yesterday, we're running out of space. Oh, you've got that Arctic feeling. That's right. Temperatures are going to be cold tomorrow, in fact, being the coldest day of the week. Details on just how cold it's going to get in just a few moments. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us. We have seen quite substantial amounts of snow. For example, Pearson, record-breaking, broke the daily record of 11.6. We saw 14 centimeters there yesterday. Burlington, around my house, picked up 25 centimeters. Downtown, anywhere between 16 and 25. Further east, yeah, they saw some accumulation, but not as bad as areas a little bit further south. Nadine Hins-Powell is joining us in downtown Toronto. And Nadine, it is cold. You're seeing lots of snow on the side of the road. How easy has it been for people to get around this morning? All right, thanks so much, Nadine. Stay warm. That's all I can tell her. I'm all cozy in a warm studio. I should talk. All right, and a couple more snowfall amounts for you. Grimsby, 21 centimeters into the Niagara Escarpment. Big winner, 29 centimeters. And even Downsview picked up 28 centimeters of snow. We don't have a lot of active weather to report today. We could see a few isolated flurries, but really not a lot. It's just going to be a little bit of lake effect through this afternoon and in through the overnight. This trough is going to swing its way south, enhancing our lake effect throughout the day tomorrow, and it's going to be windy windy, so blowing and drifting snow is going to be another issue. This afternoon, we're looking at -8 for the city of Toronto, -9 through Hamilton, -11 through Orangeville. It is going to feel colder when you factor in the winds. Through this evening, dropping to -9, -10 through Hamilton, -12 through Orangeville, and tomorrow is going to be the coldest day of the week for us. We're looking at temperatures around -10, but feeling like -19 when you factor in the wind, so very chilly. You will need to bundle up. The city of Toronto is still under an extreme cold weather alert, so keep that in mind as you're getting ready to head out. We've got our next shot of light accumulation Saturday overnight and into Sunday throughout the GTA.
Go to the weather now.
Where to put it all? The snow. That's what we're talking about after 20. The good news, sunshine? I know I'm trying. I'm trying really hard to find a silver lining here. Saturday overnight into Sunday, that's our next best chance of seeing some accumulating snow. It's really just going to be a dusting to a few centimeters, but you'll have to brush off your car.
This weather segment has been brought to you by
It's no wonder that ON storm is trending again on Twitter. Some people are happy about it. How can people not like this? The falling snow is so beautiful and elegant. Pictures like this shows the beauty of the snow. Maybe this person really wants to start using their barbecue again. And it's also been very cold. Jeff sent in this picture, -23 on his odometer. Cold. Oh boy, another chance to use my snowblower. Please tell me spring is around the corner. I wish I could. If I had a magic wand, let me tell you. Bit the bullet and got snow tires. What a difference. I can only imagine. Cold temperatures continue throughout Ontario.
Where's Kevin Yard?